All right. Get in the drink. Make sure I'm actually logged on. How's everyone doing tonight? Hope you're not too sad with the poor silent stream. And also, I haven't had a chance to test this setup yet, so if audio is a little off, please feel free to let me know. I can adjust it. I'm going to turn music down here a sec. If it's not too quiet. All right. Yeah, I think Prowl was definitely the source of lag. In fact, he still might be, although I haven't been on a little bit. Who else is on right now? Zloy, yeah, Prowl's on, so he's probably off running around somewhere, damaging something. Yeah, I can blame. Well, Zap's not even on, poor guy. Is he on? No, he's not even on. I haven't seen Zap on much lately. I think he's been busy. All right, for today's stream, not many people have actually seen. I posted a video about 2 hours ago, and so over here in my little base area, I found 7 spawners. There's a zombie spawner over there, a spider, and skeleton spawner up there, and I have a triple spawner right down below us, 2 cave spider spawners, and a scaly spawner. But for today, I thought it would be fun. If anybody agrees, you can disagree. We can do other stuff too. But I have this one up here. This is a zombie spawner. I want to turn into a drowned farm, so I'm not being held hostage by Silence Drowned Farm. And then the first thing I got to do is basically dig it out. So that was kind of interesting. That's up here at 77, up on top of the hill. So I think one of the things I want to do is down here is kind of where the village is going to be. I think I want to have like I think, was it Christ the Redeemer? Or is that the big giant statue down in Brazil that has the big giant Christ up on top of the hill? I think I'm going to put a big giant drowned up here, and then this will be the altar to the drowned, where we can also get a bunch of drowned goods. I think it'll be fun. But the first thing I have to do is I have to clear all this out of here. And I really would like to go get a give me some wither skulls so I can get a beacon up here, but I'm a little afraid of going into the killing withers now after the rogue incident, as I like to call it. After he nearly killed all of us multiple times. Well, actually he didn't. The immortal wither did. Plus I need a bunch of sand for a build, so it's actually good to be trying all this out here. Yep, totally blame Prowl. Yeah, I've got a trident killer down on the triple spawner downstairs that I started working on a little bit today. I mentioned in the episode that next episode I'm going to do a lot more work down on it. But that's one of the reasons I need this, is so I need all that sweet trident, so that I can make lots of trident killers for all my mini spawners over here. Yes, sweet insta-mine. That's why I want the spawner, or the beacon up here. This is not too bad though. I think this is a low. Is this a yeah, efficiency 4? I need to put another efficiency on it, but I actually had pretty good gear until earlier this week when I died. Lost it all. But that's the fun part of Minecraft, is dying multiple times and having to rebuild all your supplies again. Well, I don't know if I'd say it was fun, but so one of the things that coming over from Java, that I knew we couldn't do. You couldn't do a drowned farm like that. It wouldn't. The zombies wouldn't turn into. Well, they turn into drowned, but they wouldn't keep all the drops or all the tridents and all the other stuff that you can get on here. So I'm pretty positive, if I'm correct, that I gotta sleep. That you can turn zombie spawners into drowned farms. Rip BJ, what did I die? I hope I didn't die too. My music stopped for some reason, but... Zloy! Hello, Zloy. Thanks for coming by. Hope you're working on the Nether Hub. It was looking awesome, by the way. Oh, hey, CT, thanks for dropping by. I just saw that you came in, too. The best for last. Well, that probably would have been Zloy. Maybe it was the best first. Tons and tons of sand. This is good because I need a bunch of sand for my future builds down here. So this is actually, We're having some serious lag because now I got jumping blocks up here. Oh my god. Am I gonna die? Prowl, what are you doing? Tis Tom Joy too, it's his fault. Hey Air Force Duke, welcome to the stream. Well, thank you, Roll Cage. I appreciate that very much. Hope you can stick around for a little while. We're going to build, hopefully, if the blocks cooperate, and maybe I can actually build the entire thing, and then all the block lag will last so long that I can just watch it all be built right afterwards. I don't know. But we're going to try and build a drown farm over here. I found a zombie spawner up above my base that's actually up higher, so I think it'll be interesting to try and make this work. Jeez, yeah, lag. So bad. Why? Why, Prowl? Why? What are you doing? Well, I think Daft just jumped on too. Yep, there she is. And everyone knows that when you have Blafny, the Blafny disease, block lag is bad. At least that was what we found out in streams, or in a Silent stream. Hopefully Silent comes back too. I haven't seen him come back on Discord yet. You know, maybe that's one of the interesting the interesting benefits to Bug Rock is that I can build it 2 or 3 times and then just kind of keep recording it, and I don't have to worry about as much about trying to get a camera account or things like that like I can get on Java, because I can't get it on here. Although technically, I guess I could get a camera account. I think it seems like Foxy had one last year. Hey, Mad Sloth, thanks for dropping by. It's good to see you. Yeah, it does make things interesting. I don't know what this is going to do to me, Jesse. I think I have a feeling it's going to kill me somehow. It almost killed me earlier. I walked into, when I was in the Nether, I found a pillager farm, or pillager outpost, and it was quite a ways out there, so I was digging through the Nether, this big long tunnel, and a couple times I actually dug so fast that I ended up in the blocks ahead of me, and they started to suffocate me once. It started worrying me. Silent almost died in the last episode because he couldn't get through a trapdoor because of the lag. I don't know if Prowl's made a kelp farm yet or not. I have not seen one on here yet. I'll change my music here a little bit. This is a little bit slow. I'm gonna get something a little bit better. What kind of music should we listen to? I'll put it out to the crowd. We got kind of electronic, soul, R&B, hip hop, cinematic is actually pretty good sometimes. Indie, acoustic, folk, pretty much any kind. Give me a genre. I think I'll get rid of that one. I'll add a little bit of hip hop. Let's see how that sounds. It's pretty low key hip hop for this thing. It barely counts. Soul, okay. Shepherd says soul, so I'm gonna add that in there. Some acoustic. Don't have country rap, sorry. Maybe that's a Russian thing. So we'll add some acoustic. We'll add... They have no soul. Oh, there it is, soul R&B. We'll add that. All right. We'll see how that works. Roblox dubstep. I don't even know what that is. I know what Roblox is, and I know what dubstep is. I guess I could probably figure it out. Russian reggae. If you can find me a source of Russian reggae, Loy, I'll put it up. Oh, I haven't even cleaned this out yet. Look at that. Projectile protection, gunpowder. I need that. Oh, okay. So here's a question for you bedrockers. In Java, I can shift right click and it puts all of the gunpowder or whatever into my inventory. And I can't figure out how to do that. I have to click one at a time. Is there a quick way to click and put all of the same type of block, move it back and forth to my inventory? Go. Because right now I have to click individually. And then, while I'm pretty lazy, this seems a little ridiculous. Zloy is a brony. Did anybody know that? I just started using one of these too. I had not used a stonecutter in a while. Can you double click? No. Double click the item that you want. Let's see if I can try that in here. Double click it. No, if I hit shift maybe? So I can, oh wait. That put it all the way back. Let's put some more in there. Oh wait, here, we'll try it with the sand. No? No, I'm still gonna do it. Closest double click, but it's only a stack at a time. Yeah, bummer. That's alright. Yeah, we can't have nice things in Bedrock. Come on, Microsoft. How about some parity across versions? Microsoft. The stonecutter is awesome. This is new to me. I just started playing with this today. I hadn't used it before. I realized I was being silly doing it the old way. But this is really nice that you can drop in one type of a stone or item and then get all these. I'll be using the stonecutter like crazy, I think. Break the chest and pick it up off the ground. Well, that would work, I guess. That works pretty well for this. I've just been trying to figure out an easy way to like transfer all the sand from my inventory into the chest with a couple of clicks. Shift works, more than one stack does not. Alright. I need to call Bill Gates. Okay, maybe not. For some reason, my music is not having to hit it one at a time. And that's not cool. Let's see if I can refresh it. It has parity instead of parity. Okay, Artlist, you're being a pain in my keister. Come on. Sorry, it's taking me a minute to get my music working here. Normally, I've not had this problem before in the past. They updated their website, and so now... Let's see if this works any better. I suppose I could probably do it without music, but... Alright. You do have to do a shift plus a double click. I don't know if I should sit here and keep doing this. Shift, double click. Okay, that does one full stack. And then I can right click on it and that does a full stack as well. Alright. Alright, I'll give up. I'm sorry. We'll keep working on the... keep working on cleaning this thing out. So, I need to figure out the best way to do this. And I would appreciate anyone's input. I think I'm going to go with the 9x9, even though I know that these are now in some sort of diamond pattern on Bedrock instead of on Java, where they're typically that 9x9 or 8x8 from the northwest corner, I think is what it typically works. But it's just easier for me to kind of clean it out as a 9x9. Yeah, I think Dawson, I think I'd like to do an automatic shulker storage system this year as well, or on this season. I've not done that in the past because they're a little bit daunting. Plus, part of the problem right now is that Silent and Zloy seem to have this penchant for this fiat currency that we have to deal with, and Silent is the one that goes into the end and spends like 2 weeks gathering up all the shulkers so that nobody else has access to any of them unless they pay him. So it might be difficult to do, but I'll figure something out. Actually, what I need to do is reset the end probably at some point, just so we can reload it without having to go 10,000 blocks out and cause a bunch of lag. Yeah, I'm just lazy. I just do the dynamite 9s, I guess. Poor Prowl. he accidentally right-clicked his entire inventory of iron ingots into anvils, and now he was stuck with like 15 anvils when he needed the iron. Yeah, that's true, Dawson. You can prune chunks, and that's actually one of the things I think Foxy said that we're going to do a couple of times this year, so we can go out past like 4,000 blocks. Although I guess that makes sense. You can do that in the end too. Just prune everything off outside the island, and that'd actually be pretty easy in the end. But here in the overworld, we're also going to be pruning it out to 4,000 blocks or so, hopefully a couple of times in the season. So I've actually gone out a couple times past 4,000 blocks to do some destructive mining for sand and things like that. All right, so that's one there. I think we're going to go... I think I need to take all of this down up here. Plus I need the stone, so... Oh, lag! You guys want to watch it? Pop? Pop. It's a popcorn. Fiats. Aren't Fiats the cars Italian? I think so. I should know that. They're probably bought by Ford. Nope, Dustin, there's not a world barrier this season. We can go out as far as we want. It's just that every time somebody does, we end up with the popping lag. So I think we're trying not to go out too far and create lag. Yep, soft world barrier of 4 blocks, like James said. Should we go change out some iron for some anvils? I've already got a couple. I don't think I need any more, but I'd be willing to help him out. If he has Italian, yeah, all right. Reverse mending for block lag. Oh, man. I'm going to check out chat really quick just to make sure. No one's come in a little bit? Nope. Okay. I'll buy a few more off you in a bit. If you stop lagging the server. Give him nuggets. Renamed his ingots. Here you go. Or maybe a bunch of zombie flesh, rotten zombie flesh. Renamed as iron ingot. Hey, he did not specify. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2, 3, 4. All right. What is this? This is not R&B or hip hop. I don't know what this is. This is a flute. Diamonds renamed iron ingots. I'm not going to do that unless you give me the other way around. Poor roll cage. Yes, I have done that before as well. I think I remember doing that with a rather substantial amount. Of course, then you can make pumpkin pies, right? All right, let's try different because that is definitely not. Acoustic? No, I'm going to get rid of that. Let's go to something else because that's pretty lame. All right. No. We don't want any words. Next one. All right, let's see how that works. I like to blame the fact that it's Bedrock when I do something like that, even though in reality it's just because I'm not paying close enough attention. But at least until episode 10, I can blame Bedrock and not just my own stupidity. Maybe. This is Loy. Transform all the ingots into nuggets. Is that sort of the equivalent of going in and paying your rent in pennies when you're really mad at the landlord? All right, it's getting dark. I think this is as far down as I need to go. I know I could take it all the way down to like 6 or 8 blocks down, but I think what I want to do, I have to go sleep here in just a minute, is I'm going to take it out in this direction. So I'm going to take the zombies out that way, and then have them come into like a glass tower that's full of water, so that when they go up it, they will then drown. But I have to be in a spot where I can make sure and keep that active. So I think I want to... Well, I can't glass it over because it has to be dark. Always blame Bedrock, even on Java. That's a good idea, Thomas. And welcome, by the way. I didn't see you come in, so... Blame Pixelriffs. Well... He won't even play with us anymore. He's too busy being successful with his awesome series. Which, by the way, even though everyone in here has more than likely already played a bunch of Minecraft, so you know it really well, I highly recommend Pixelriffs' series. It's really on how to play Minecraft. I think a lot of us probably started playing Minecraft. Stop with the popping blocks from Paul Soares, or at least watch Paul Soares play. Yeah, and so it's really great to have another YouTuber, especially somebody that actually know a little bit, do something like that and kind of update it for the newer series and things like that. So, little shout out to Pixelriffs. He totally deserves it. Oh, thanks, Thomas. Yeah, that's good. A glass tower, where will I get enough resources for that much glass? I don't know, man. You know, I don't remember what block I could actually use to make glass with. I know there's one somewhere. Luckily, it'll be a small one. So that feels like that's pretty good coming out of here. Yeah, like I said, I want to go this way, so let's go ahead and dig out this way just a little bit and see where that takes me. Hopefully not die to suffocation because of sand. I think I'm gonna go sleep really quick. Yeah, that's kind of the great thing about Pixelriffs' series, is that even if you've never played Minecraft, it's still totally worth, or even if you have played it, even for years, it's still totally worth going back and watching again, because Pixelriff knows the game so well that you're going to learn something no matter what you watch, and plus he's just entertaining to watch. Oh, that's a good point. Well, you know, that's what Pixel's really good at. He decides he wants to do a topic for a particular episode, and then he goes and learns how to do it, and it teaches you. Those make it for the best teachers, you know. Teachers don't always know what they're teaching either. I know I've taught classes before, and more than once I've learned what I needed to teach the day of. Hey, thanks, Thomas. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've traditionally, or for the most part, when I do stream, I've streamed on Mixer, streaming to YouTube. This is the first time I've done it at any length. I've tested out a little bit, so I don't have super chat set up, or should have notifications set up. I think if people subscribed or anything like that, it should show up as a... I don't know. Anybody not subscribed? Mythical Sausage! Hey, buddy. It's good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Sausage, thank you for coming. I'll take care of it right now. You'll take care of it. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Quick break. Sausage missed most of the strings. Hey, look at there. Yes, it works. Oh, it's too small. I can't see it. Oh, I missed it. It's too small on my window off to the side. Oh, there we go. Oh, there it goes. Oh, James Waller. Thomas, thanks, guys. So, I do want to say, just because Sausage came in, although he's got a bajillion subscribers and he streams all of the time, if you don't know Sausage, please follow his channel, go watch him stream. He's one of the most entertaining YouTubers on the planet. I learn a lot just by watching him do what he does. So he's like a mentor to me, kinda. That's a good idea, Air Force Duke. Change the oil in your truck. In fact, that reminds me, I need to do that in my wife's car too. Although these new cars nowadays, you can go like 8,000 miles with a synthetic. You don't have to do the old 3,000 miles like you used to have to. But I do need to do that as well. I'm a little scared to do this right here. I think I'm going to suffocate if I do it. Oh, I see, Thomas. It was on Mixer. Oh, I guess it does show up that way. So I'm using the Streamlabs OBS, or Slobs, I think as they like to call it. I've used OBS, so this is the first time I've actually streamed using Streamlabs. So it's kind of like new. It's like a little toy. Sorry. It's like playing with new things. I would agree, Zloy. He deserves a lot more, as does Zloy. Zloy has been pounding it and working at this game for a long time. He's so very good at it. Not just playing Minecraft, but understanding it and understanding YouTube and streaming and things like that. He's also someone I've learned a lot from, so I'm very grateful to Zloy being around too. $15K on synthetic. Ooh, that's pushing it. But it's I could see that. It's probably true. I'll tell you a story about a friend of mine in college. So he had this was a long time ago. He had a Honda Accord. I'm an old guy. Not that Honda Accords are Honda Accords are still around, but I'm not gonna tell you how old this car was or how long ago it was. But he had a Honda Accord, and his parents were relatively well off. He got the car brand new right before we started college, and of course, I've got a bicycle. That's about all I had when I was in college. And he, one day, like 3 years into the school, he'd had this car. We were driving around, and it was kind of smoking a little bit. And we said, "Hey, David, why don't you change the oil in your car?" And he said, "Why? I've never changed the oil in my car. Why would I do it now?" And it probably had 60,000 miles on it. And we're like, you're going to destroy the engine if you don't change the oil in your car. Like, at the time, it was every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. And his thing was, he didn't have time to change the oil, and he didn't care because his parents were going to buy him a new one. I went to a school that had some wealthy people in it. I was not one of them. Why am I talking about changing oil while we're streaming? Why not? Yeah, I think the Zloy. I think the world needs like at least 1.5 Zloys a day. Yeah, the funny thing is that Honda lasted all the way through college. He never did get it replaced, or he never had to get it replaced because so that's testament to Honda's engines. It could withstand an idiot college person. Although David was a really nice guy. I actually like David a lot. He just had a funny way about looking at life. All right, let's test out the stone cutter here because I need some slabs. Is that, if I right click on it, does it give me the whole thing? It's not giving me the whole thing. Oh, there it goes. Got to right click in there. Yeah, the good thing about my wife's car, though, is it's a twin turbo, so it's got lots of, and I drive it like it's a twin turbo, so I need to change the oil every 8,000 miles. That's my own fault because of the way I drive it. It's a Mini Cooper Countryman S, which I have to admit, I'm a bit of a, I have a very British background in my family, so I have a tendency to buy British things when I possibly can. It's not on purpose, I don't think. It just sort of happens that way. And I also have a Triumph Thruxton motorcycle, so I'm practically British. Maybe more British than Pixar's. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, Mythical. I do have to admit, it's. I wasn't sure when we got it. We replaced like a much more family-friendly SUV, but my wife had kind of always wanted one. It was either that or something else with a really big engine in it. We decided to go for that because it was economy, but it was still a lot of fun to drive, and it's been a lot of fun to drive, especially living in Colorado when we get to go up into the mountains with it. All right, for those for the new people who showed up, I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I do want to point out that this is. Oh, by the way, I laid all these half slabs down because it breaks all the sand. I'm figuring you guys probably knew that, but I'll tell you that anyway. These did it instead of having. I didn't have enough torches. That was easier. But for the new folks, we are turning this zombie spawner into a drowned farm. That's gonna have a big giant statue above it. So I got to figure out a way to make it. Interesting. I'm going to clean it out this side so that when you're standing down here in my little village area, you'll be able to look up and see this big giant Christ the Redeemer, or the Drowned the Redeemer statue up here. Tea, that's the one British thing that I'll never get used to. I'm a coffee boy. Me and Mythical. Coffee. Big giant pots of coffee every morning. For some reason, I just can't do tea. And even if I did, there's no way I could put milk in it, which is probably sacrilege to a British person. You know, no one's really talked about doing a Wither Skelly farm on here, Dawson. Not yet, anyway. We do have sort of committed to doing the Ender until I realized that Java Enders and Bedrock Enders are somewhat different. I'm still going to do it, though. Hey, thanks for the subscription, Air Force. I appreciate that. And hopefully your oil's almost done, too. Sorry, Shepard. I apologize, Shepard. Can you, how should I do it properly? That's my problem. Is that while I tend to like many British things and have many of them, I'm sure I'm not doing it right either. Most British people prefer coffee, huh? Maybe it's just the coffee is life. Maybe it's the British YouTubers that I watch. You know, Zoomovoid and Pix, Python. They always seem to talk about their tea. I know. There was only one more, James. Come on. There was only one. The slabs are on my way. Uh-oh. Block lag. Alright, so I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the water in the corners, pushing it over here into a single channel. That then will bring it down here. And then have the zombies either... I think I want to... How am I going to do this? Do I want them to sit in the water for a while and get drowned? Or if anyone's ever made one of these before, if I have it going up into a chamber going up, and I have water every block, if I fill it completely with water, and they don't float up anymore, do they? I'm going to have to put some soul sand down here and force them to move up. But I have to have them sit in water long enough that they turned into drowned. Any recommendations, I'd appreciate it. I gotta think about that for a minute. I don't have any of the soul sand. Mythical, say it ain't so, man. I'm kidding. A spider web. Oh, that's a good thought. So I have them drop down through a spider web, but don't they have to be... Do their entire bodies have to be in water, or just the heads for them to turn into a drowned? It seems like in Java it was just the heads, if I remember right. That was Loy. You're not lying, though. You're not wrong. The best result is to... Alright, Mythical, that means that the next time that we're playing on... If we're playing on DV again, or on another server together, I'll build you mob farms, and you build me fancy, pretty things. Because you are really good at lots of pretty things. Do I have any pets? I don't. I've got 2 kids, and we've tried pets in the past, and I will say that we are not a successful pet family. So I'm waiting until the kids go to college before I probably will get another pet. Although kids are kind of like pets, I guess, in some way, except I can talk them into mowing the lawn sometimes. Alright, I gotta sleep. The Lord of the Undead has spoken. The best way to kill the zombie is to hold its head underwater. Although I think it would be... Mythical and I have been able to build nearby each other a couple of times. And I would say our styles are relatively similar. But I think Mythical and I could do some real pretty design damage together if we had to. But he's a much better builder than I am, no matter what. So I need to go get, let's see. I'm going to have to cover this up at some point, for sure. I think I might want to cover it with glass. Above it. Any ideas? I do have to put a top over it so that some guys will spawn, and then I can start getting a couple of zombies spawning and going down the stream. And then up, and we'll see how long it takes for them to get drowned. We'll try the whole spider web thing too. Hey, welcome, Mad Sloth. Glad to see that you're in here as well. Kids are worse than pets. You can't train them. Well, you're right about that, especially when they start getting a little older. They're old enough now, I can't even convince them to do anything. They just look at me funny and tell me to go away. Hey K-Dog, 32, welcome to the stream. Most looking forward to collaborating with. The nice thing is I've done a little bit with Silent on DV, so he's always been a lot of fun. But I think one of the reasons that I actually joined, and Zloy, of course, as well, but one of the reasons I actually really wanted to get on here, onto Truly Bedrock, is Foxy. It is his, but if you guys all know him and seen his videos, he is a very entertaining person to watch. I really enjoy his videos as well, and I think he'll be a lot of fun. But really, everybody on here. I've done a little bit with Daphne as well, and Prowl. Seems like he's going to be a lot of fun. But I think everybody on here I really have enjoyed being around so far. I know that's kind of... that's maybe a little bit bland. Everybody. It's like I'm a movie star, and when you ask a movie star, who they like the director they worked with? Oh, that director was incredible. Best director I've ever worked with. I have 2 cats, perpetual 2-year-olds. Yeah, so go back to the pets I've had. We have had 2 cats. My wife and I got them when we first got married, and then they transitioned to when we had kids, and then eventually they lived pretty long, full lives, and then we didn't have them anymore. Bye-bye Suka and Fade. And then we had a couple of small dogs that we really liked, but when we moved back to Colorado, they weren't... it wasn't a good idea to bring them with us, even though we really wanted to. And we had a couple of really good friends back in Portland, Oregon, which is where I lived, that were nice enough to take them for us. They had a really good home for them, and they were going to be much happier with their home, so we rehomed them. And since then, we've had a gerbil or 2 and some goldfish that have all lived, for the most part, pretty well. But the unfortunate side of it is that I end up taking, or actually my wife, I should say, not me, my wife and I end up taking care of them more than anything. So that's why we need to get the kids to take care of the pets, but they won't do it. Jamie Henson, welcome to the stream, Jamie. What is the new mechanic for drowned farms? I mean, drowning zombies. Yeah, so on Java, you can't, if you drown a zombie, it can turn into a drowned, but it doesn't have any loot with it. It's just a drowned, so it doesn't have any of the armor or tridents or anything like that. Whereas on Bedrock, when you drown a zombie, it just becomes a drowned. And like every other drowned in the world, it can spawn with all the loot. In fact, it might not even switch over to the loot, but when you kill it, it drops loot. So you actually get a lot of tridents. It basically turns into a trident Nautilus zombie flesh gold farm, which is why I want to do this, because I need most of those things. I don't need zombie flesh, but if I can get some clerics over here, maybe I can trade with them. Or as Loy says it much more quickly, has all the same loot. It does drop tridents, as far as I know. At least that's what Silence is dropping, tridents, tons and tons of them. I think they're not very good tridents, but I think they are tridents nonetheless. Java converted drowns drop gold just as happily. All the testing I did on Java, it didn't nothing changed over for me. When I changed the drowns over, oops, all my storage is up here. Let's drop some of the stuff. We'll put that in here. So I've got these guys in there. Green pitchforks, that's right. I've got a pretty good one here. Is it going to come back to me? How far can I throw it? And it'll keep coming back. Please come back. Okay, phew. I was like, watch Bedrock be that one that you throw it and it never comes back to you again. My green pitchfork would go away and I'd feel really sad. Alright, so I guess what I can do is I can start building up the walls around this a little bit and get it ready to go. I feel like I want to do something different than sandstone though, but I don't know if stone brick would be the right thing to do this with. This is the problem with building in sand. I haven't built a lot in sandy areas or in desert areas, so I'm not 100% sure how this is going to look. I mean, I guess it's going to be inside, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to replace all these with stone brick instead. Maybe a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah, Roll Cage, I will 100% agree with you that as soon as Silent showed me that you could do an auto killer with a trident and that it gives you the XP and everything from it, I was sold on at least giving Bedrock a big chance, because I think that's although I'm sure at some point that's definitely a bug that will get fixed, and I'll be sad when it is. So Mythical, have you tried Bedrock at all? Just out of curiosity. Or any of the other MC versions? Although I guess Java and Bedrock are really the only two. I don't know if you call them mobile. Mobile is Bedrock too, I think. Yeah. If you can exploit the game, it's totally worth it no matter what. Okay, better make sure this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, the right size. 1, 2, 3. Ah! I built it one over. I gotta move it back one. I'd really like to do this with some glass around it so I can see it, but if I do that, then I can't. It won't be dark enough to spawn, which is kind of a drag. Any ideas there, anybody? Is there any way I could make this so it's interesting and visible, but with... Because I think even if I do half slabs or stairs, it still lets the light through, but I don't remember. Oh. Gotta be smarter than the rock. Hey Dawson, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you spending time. You're the first one here. Have a great time, and hopefully we'll see you the next big stream. But have a great evening or day. Yeah, stair slabs let light through. I think half slabs do as well. Mythical, that's right. You were in the Minecon video, weren't you? That's right. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, but you were just doing that because you're famous, not because you play it, right? You famous, Mythical. Oops. Maybe I can do something down here. At least it's sort of interesting. That won't let the light in as much. We'll play with that a little bit, see if we can come up with something. Why'd my music stop? Oh, goodness gracious. Hurting your brain, it's so unorganized. That's not unorganized, that's got texture. That's called texture. I have to admit, I do not like seeing solid walls of one block. I'm a texture person for sure. Like a little bit of variety. Although, no, I totally understand, Shep. There are a lot of really good players who like that uniformity. That's, you know, of the Zoomovoids and the Mumbos of the world, and they are really good at kind of that uniform building. They don't try to put in that texture, but it's just one of the things I like about Minecraft. I like myself some texture. The whimsical bacon. I wasn't sure if you were referring to the I guess, what's another word for mythical? There's got to be a better word than whimsical. I was thinking you might be talking about Pigglesworth, who's also a DV member that I have streamed with, I think, once or twice. Mr. Pigglesworth. I like to wonder where he's at. Which I'm going to give another shout out to Pigglesworth, too. If you have not watched his videos, he was building some massive stuff on the last episode or last season of DV, and had a couple of episodes that he did just recently where he was building his huge home base. It was actually a really impressive build, but sporadicness. Well, there you go. It's nice and there you go. Is it? I admit I am kind of doing a lot of this. It is a little hard to watch as a stream. I'll try and even it out a little bit. I appreciate that. Streaming is a skill, that's for sure, and I have not done a lot of it. That's where watching the Zloy and Mythical do their streaming. They're so good at it. Oh, I'd show you guys my my sugarcane farm, but I ran out. Oh, I got some bones in there. You guys want to see the auto sugarcane farm? Let's see, I need 6, 2, 3. It's not going to run very much, but we'll give it a shot here. All right, you ready for this? This is pretty exciting stuff. I'm out already. Yeah, that thing's, I should show you how much. So this is 1 stack of bones. Oh, come on, get out. This afternoon got me that much sugarcane. So that's why I need to get my skelly spawner working, because I need them bones. Mythical. If you ever makes a build with that texture, it's a prank. I'm sort of the same way. I used to be definitely a Minecrafter that would just build solid stone blocks all the way around, and now if I did that, it would probably drive me crazy. In fact, even having to play in, or not having to, but playing in Bedrock and not having my texture pack is driving me a little crazy too, because I have all these great textures for sand, and this is so plain to me. Or it's just the same repeating pattern. I'm gonna have to see if I can convert that over to, although I guess Drimsy Boy has a Bedrock texture pack. Maybe I should switch over to that. So what's next for the Piggle BJ Zloy trio? I don't know if I could convince Pigglesworth to come onto another server. I berated him for a while until he finally joined DV, and since that's kind of on hiatus for right now, I don't know if I could convince him to go anywhere else. Start getting used to the new default. Yeah. There are, I think, the things that I really like about Germsy's texture pack and some of the other ones are the different kind of blocks. I don't know if I like the ground blocks that he changed over so much, but it looks so good when you build with his texture pack. It'd be interesting to see. And admittedly, I don't think I've been able to catch a Mythical Sausage single player build video in a little while, but it'd be interesting to see the stuff that you've been building on there with just the default texture pack. I need to get me some. Do I even have iron up here? I need some water is what I need right now. So I need to go get me some pails. I think I have pails up here. Nope. Nope. All right. Oh, I have one. That should work for right now. See if I can pick up water like this. Did I get it? No, I didn't. Well, that's another thing that's really hard to get used to in Bedrock is the spawning mechanics are crazy. They're so hard to deal with. Yeah, mythical the lack of the Optifine on here. In fact, I found a couple of shaders out there. And by the way, Roll Cage, that was a nice thing. I really appreciate the nice things you say about everybody in Truly Bedrock. They really are a great group of people to be playing around. And they're all adults, and it makes for a really enjoyable experience for sure. But yeah, not having Optifine. I found some shader packs for Bedrock, and none of them worked. Oh, that's interesting. Why did that stop there? No, stay away from me, creeper. No, you're bad. I don't want to talk to you. I don't like your kind. All right, I probably should be smarter about this and make a little infinite water supply. Oh, wrong block. I'm not even sure if the code of the way the Bedrock is written would allow for something like texture packs. I don't know if there's like an API or something that eventually will allow this to work, but I hope so. All right, so we can take this. All right. Now hopefully this will flow out that way. Oh, I broke one too many. That's not going to work because of that corner. Ugh. One thing that's really annoying about this is that whenever you're in water like that, even just this much, you automatically start swimming. But I'm going to have to put something in that corner. That won't work. If I do that, will that get that going? That should work, okay. Whoa. All right, now what I'm trying to do is just get these guys headed down this direction. I'm not sure how far I want this to go. I think I want to get to at least in here somewhere. Let's go ahead and just set a stone right there. And then I need some glass, I think. Yeah, that's definitely where connected textures would be nice, is things like glass. Are you going to extend the handle and the bit they're going to be pushed through halfway to making a trident? Ooh, that's a good idea. I kind of clear some of this area out a little bit and make this a trident that they're going through. Oh, that's an idea. And I can have it go up into the air and create like a handle for it, like the trident stuck in the ground, and that's what they're coming through. Oh, brilliant! You're brilliant, James. What's up, Max? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. We're building a drowned farm out of a zombie spawner. At least that's what we're trying to do anyway. Science. We're testing it out. So let's go. We're going to go down one to here. Oop. And that should get me all the way to there. Yep. Oop. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. Stop. I didn't want to do that. And then we can put a soul sand right there that then start it up. And if we did these right here, and this should be far enough that if I make this a dark area in here, that should be enough. That should be dark enough back in there for those zombies to spawn, I hope. Now I wish I had, oh man, I don't have any soul sand over here, I don't think. I might have some down in the, I'll even show you this guy's down here. Whoa, boom. Earlier today I did that and I got about halfway down and I died. I still have no idea how. I blame Bedrock. Alright, Mythical Buddy, thanks for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it. Enjoy some dinner. And we'll see you on your next stream. Go check out Mythical. Go sub if you haven't subbed already, which you probably have because he's got a bajillion subs and he deserves every single one of them. Actually, he deserves more than he has. But see you later, buddy. But I'll show you this really quick. And pardon me how horrible this looks because I had to just lay it out. But that is a zombie spawner up there. Ooh, this is horrible. It's a little embarrassing. This is like showing you my dirty bedroom or something. But I'll show you anyway. So there we have a spider spawner. Over here we have another cave spider spawner. And then let's see if I can get over there. And here we have the skelly spawner. So if we stand down here, I can get all three of them in one spot. Which is really handy. Alright, I came down here to get soul sand. Not to show you guys this, but there you go. Hello, Tycraft. Welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. A random Ty has appeared. No, it's not random. He's the one true Ty. There we go. Got some soul sand. I have to admit, I love scaffolding blocks. I think they're about the same. I wonder if anyone's done any testing. Are they the same speed as stairs? It feels like it. Maybe a little faster, actually. Very random. Oh, that's a new thing, too. I'd never used Riptide before. I'm going to try that really quick. Yeah. So if I stand in water and I go up like that, does that work? Oh, look at that. Oh, that's amazing. What did I say? Did I say stairs? I must have said stairs. Yeah, I meant ladders, James. Spoilers. Isaac. Jeez. I need signs. I don't know if I have any signs either. I probably should have been better prepared. I've got enough sticks. I could make them really quick, probably. I gotta cut down these trees anyway. No spoilers. Don't watch Endgame, which I will say Endgame was a very excellent movie. I won't give any spoilers out though. Ooh, I've not made dark oak stairs before. or dark art signs. That's nice. Uh-oh. Definitely need some sleepers. I got you, Daphne. We really enjoy you guys stopping by, but if you wouldn't mind just speaking English for everybody, you're more than welcome to stay around. I'd really like it. Just I think if anyone wants to hear from you, it'd be nice if they can understand what you're saying. So the key for this one is I'm going to have to... They're going to have to push each other into that stream. Now, the thing I'm curious about is whether or not that... How long they're going to have to be in there before they actually drowned properly. They drowned properly instead of only halfway. No, that's cool, Roll Cage. If you're not interested, that's I totally understand. In fact, it's actually been even as I would call myself a middle fan of superhero movies in general. 22 movies to be paying attention to and watch all the way through has been a challenge. I did hear that in New York City, just recently, you could buy a ticket to watch all 22 movies, one right after the other, and it included meals. And it had breaks in the evening or at nighttime for you to go home and sleep, but it was 4 days straight of movies. As someone who's sat and watched the entire Harry Potter series with my kids, one right after the other, and Star Wars and the extended Lord of the Rings, I'm interested in such a thing, but I don't think I could possibly do it. Making some chili. Now, what kind of meat are you putting in your chili? And thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Oh, you were here earlier. What are we talking about? I want to know what's in your chili, though. Check out the screenshot to make the transport easier. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me, I'm going to check out Discord really quick. See technical. Oh. That's interesting. So the picture that was posted on the Discord for Truly Bedrock by Roll Cage has a one stair down and then a fence down below that. And that hitbox from the fence should keep the mobs up a little bit until they get into that stream that pulls them up, instead of having to deal with that one wide gap so they get pushed through. Okay, I'll give that a shot. I appreciate the technical advice. So let's make a gate or stone brick wall, and then we'll need a slab, looks like. So I can build it for you guys, so I can show you what he did. Let's put a block back here for a second. So he went down one here, and then down once more here. Oh, for crying out loud. One. Oh, geez. No! I'm having problems, apparently. Minecraftering. Okay, there we go. Then there's the wall right there. And then the half slab right there. Let's give that a shot. Doop. Looks like we have to put Ooh, I may have actually run out of length. That would just be my luck. Oh, come on, let me out. Oh, jeez. Stairs waterlogged. Oh, the slab is waterlogged. Okay, let's see if I can get that to help. If that helped. Perfect. That was the perfect length then, I think. Now let's jump in and give it a shot. Oot. Going for a ride. Hey, Ducia76, thanks for stopping by. I was like, I'm going to stop right there on the edge, but that's a little bit. But they're jumping up and down. They're probably going to get pushed into that. Ooh, I wonder if that glass above it is going to be a problem. I might have to change that over to a sign as well. Thanks for stopping by, Ducia. Can I join? This is a whitelisted server called Truly Bedrock. Got 15 members on here. We're in Season 1. Season 0 had 10 members, and then there were 5 of us that were very lucky enough to join. So, unfortunately not, but I appreciate it. I'd encourage you to drop by the Discord and chat with everybody. Let's see if I can... Let's see if I can get the server link for it really quick and drop it in there. I think that would be nice. Stand the fence and break the block behind the first water source block that's on the soul sand. Oh, I see. Yeah, so you have the block after it cleared out as well. That's interesting. I wonder what that does. Is that just that pulls them into it? Is what it looks like. Yeah, and that's the way the mobs are going to be traveling. They're going to be going this way. So that block right there. Yeah, I'm going to change all this to ice at some point. Right now, I just don't have the ice to do it with. But I do need to go get that as well. Yeah, so Zeppelin. So I think that definitely when I change it out to ice, this is going to make this go a little bit smoother. But there it goes. I think I just need to clear maybe one more block, and that might be enough. But I need to go another sign to do that. And it's because I'm not even doing anything. Actually, if they're even pushed a little bit, this is going to push them right over. Ice doesn't work on mobs, only items. Yeah, it's funny because I guess it does work for players, but I would believe that. It's just probably something I've always done just because it's easy to do, but I probably shouldn't. So I think I do need to do a little bit of adjustment in this one, but I think that's, for the most part, should be good to go. One of the other things I was thinking about doing too was maybe putting a piston partway up and just blocking them in for a certain amount of time and having that maybe on a timer to hold them under the water. As Loy had said, hold their head underwater for as long as possible. My brain. Are you kidding me with the ice? My brain isn't exploding. It's just very profound. I appreciate the profound information. Which, by the way, the way I have this water set up, I don't like it. I'm going to change it. I've never done water like this, and it's not the best. It functions, but... I mean, the mobs are never going to get over in this corner anyway because it's in that diamond pattern, but I need to fix that as well. Let's get a little look see what this looks like from over here. Achoo! I only got 19. I probably shouldn't waste these. That's all I have left in the world. So I liked James's thought earlier about that trident. I might have to move it out here to the front because I think it's going to get blocked by everything else. Spider webs, yeah, that's right, get on. I think Dawson mentioned that one earlier as well. Although I'm curious, if you put a spider web in a water column going up, then it's not going to push them through that. They'll just get stuck in it, right? And I guess what we could do is have it at the top of the column before I have them come back. I could have them sit in that spider web. Towards the end of the water stream, it slows the flow of mobs down also. Now, admittedly, there's some nuances to Bedrock. Just for people who are new to the stream, I am a Java Minecrafter. Playing on Bedrock is new to me. I've done it for a total of 2 weeks, and I'm already... I'm really enjoying it, but man, there are some differences in how mobs react and interact, and it's taking a learning curve, so I am admittedly entirely noobish in that regard. Because I think what I'm going to want to have them do is go back this way now. So they're going to come through, go through. But I thought as the water column hopefully will make it work with spider webs or something like that so that it drowns them, and then when they come back, kill them in some sort of sacrificial chamber above. Oh, that's even better. We'll make something sacrificial about it. Have a little altar to the drowned. As long as the web is waterlogged, it would work. Oh, interesting. I would try that with myself. That's probably what I'll do. I'll go try it with my own self, and then I'll die in the process because I won't get waterlogged. I'll just die. William, it is definitely a different experience, but it's actually kind of fun too because there's mechanics that I'm really used to on Java. That the quasi connectivity and falling edge repeater or falling edge circuits, things like that that you can't get on here. That makes me have to rethink how I do those things, and that's fun too. I guess I probably better sleep. That way Daphne doesn't die. She's mining. Yeah, I think I'll try that. I'll definitely try a waterlogged cobweb. I hadn't even thought about that. And I should have cobwebs down in the mine, because that mine's in the middle of a... How did that even happen? Luckily, I'm not very far away. Rip BJ. He did. I wonder how many XP I just lost. Dang it. Alright. Hopefully I still have my tools. I'm missing tools. I agree, Jesse. There are great things about both of them. Except for the fact that I died going down a freaking drop like that. Uh-oh. Where's my axe? Where'd my axe go? It's not down there. Oh. What? Where did my axe go? No! Oh, there it is. That is so strange. There's stuff up on the... That is so weird. Now, how did I die up there and all my stuff fall up there? I was only 7 before. Okay, that's not so bad. Thank goodness. Although we have enough XP farms at this point, I probably would be fine. Hoping for an encore. All right, I could jump off and kill myself again. Only 7 levels, yes. When I was out with Prowl at the beginning of the week and we died in the end, I lost 52 levels. I don't know why I thought go running into the wither was a good idea, but I did, and it was stupid. All right. What the heck was I doing? I came down here for a reason. Oh, cobwebs. That's what I was looking for. I should have some down here. If not, I'm going to have to go back to my other base. I should be able to. We're actually right in the mine shaft. I should be able to find one. Yeah, Air Force, Duke, I've done the same thing. That's the first time I've ever built a drop shaft with the those blocks, and so far, that's the second time I've done that. So I think maybe that's not a good idea. I'm gonna have to revert back to the good old-fashioned one block or water block that you jump through on the way down. Oh, I thought that was Silk Touch. Maybe I can do that with this one. Can I even break it with this? I don't think I can. It'll take forever. All right, I gotta get iron. I gotta get shears. That's right. I had the first time I went down to get something. The second time I went down, it was to get all my stuff that I got when I died. Yeah, I just didn't want to use my iron to make shears. I was hoping I could get away with Silk Touch, but I can't. I got too much stuff in my inventory. What a mess. Let's drop some in here. We'll drop that. I don't need the bone meal right now. That should be good enough. Oh, there we go. All right. Now let's go to cobweb. All right. Should we go see if I'll die to the waterlogged shears? Or the waterlogged cobweb? I think that's a good idea. What's the worst that could happen? I'll lose all my stuff? Probably. The good thing is that all my gear would just float on top of the water. Die in a dumb way. Yeah, Prowl. Or Foxy. I haven't died nearly as much as Foxy does. I really should have made another bucket. That would have made my life a lot easier. Dying to waterlogged shears. I could probably figure out a way to do it. Oh, I don't have any of my scaffolding. That'd be a lot easier. Instead, I'll just do this. Just nerd pole. Can I reach? Put that there, and then we'll put that there. That's true. Roll Cage Foxy is epic. His videos are so good too, man. That's funny. I didn't really know Foxy at all until a few months ago when the first season came out, and he's really entertaining and good at doing this stuff. The YouTubers. All right. I'm afraid to even try that. I guess I could probably darken the top of this thing and see if I can get some zombies to come out and see what happens to them. Let's do that. What the heck? Now, I'll probably tear this out later, but we'll just do it for now so I can make it dark. I need to be 2 blocks above that, probably. Oh, see you, Duke. I didn't even see what you were leaving. Have a great night, and hopefully we'll see you the next time. Keep an eye out for these things. I think we're going to try and be doing these streams once a month, I think is the goal as a team. And I'm going to try and do it a little more frequently. Hopefully once a week, maybe. We'll have to see. Oh, all right. I'll use cobble. I don't really want to. Just understand this is temporary. I'm tearing it all out. I just need to make it dark. It's all nice and uniform, so hopefully you guys are okay with that too. Can you turn desert zombie into a drown? Yeah, I'll definitely cover that up. The glowstone up. I don't know if you can do that with the desert. It's not desert zombie. I have stray stuck in my head. That's not a stray. No, I noticed the buried glowstone. That was there to help light up the the stairs, so I could see my way at night. I'll get it. Jeez. I'm covering it up, and then I'm gonna get the lights turned off. All right, that should be good from that side. All right. Now I just need to get that right there. Let's go ahead and cover those up. Just, are you gonna stay down there? Okay. Here we go. It's a test. One block out of place. That. Oh, he's burning. That's all right. Get in there. Oh, look at that. It's working. So that means I'll probably have to do that a couple of times then, won't I? Maybe 2 or 3 of those should work. Although I'm curious now if he's going to die, or if he's going to turn only being halfway in there. Oh, look at that. Nice. Let's go ahead and do this. Oop. Hi, boys. I'm going to waterlog you right there, too. Alright. There we go. Now you boys are going to drown. So the interesting thing is they're staying at that level instead of coming up higher. I wonder if going up one more would solve that. They're just chilling. You get in there. You go. This is it. That's good. Actually, I need some villagers over here. This will be a good way to get me some villagers. Alright. Now, are you going to float up with that? Or are you going to stay there? Okay. So it looks like, let's see if you guys agree with this, that we'll need them to turn first, and they'll need to be going back the other direction horizontally before we make them go through the cobwebs. Vertically, it looks like they're just going to stick because they're not continuing to move up. Although, I wonder if that's because the cobweb is stopping the bubbles from going up. That must be why. Yeah, I think it's the bubble column and the cobweb. I think you're right, Phoenix. Too many signs. You talking about down here? Yeah, I looks like I'm having a problem getting them to go past that for some reason. You think if I took that sign out and put a column back in there, that'd be good? Top sign with a block at the bottom of the stream. Alright, we'll give that a shot. Temporary. Because they were getting stuck in that earlier. Look at you go. Look at you, bad man. Roll cage for the win. Alright. So the key is going to be having them move horizontally, but otherwise this should work pretty well. And then having them go through. Oh, look at that, they're dying, and they're giving me. Oh, that's right. So when they turn, for somebody who was asking earlier, what happens to the zombies when they turn to drowned? They drop all their enchanted stuff too, that the zombies have when they turn to drowned, because they can't work anymore. I love this design, by the way, Roll Cage. I appreciate you showing me that. That's always been something I've had to deal with. And now it works. Now it works much better. Alright, I probably should go light that back up so that they stop spawning, so I don't have 500 bajillion. These are drowned up there. I'm going to have to kill them at some point. Oh, that's not where I want to go. There we go. Alright. Oh no, I'm going to get stuck. No! No! I'm going to get stuck too. How do I get out of here? I'm not as smart as a zombie. There we go. That would have been hilarious if I'd killed myself in the same way. I was joking about it earlier and then didn't manage to. I'm such a moron sometimes. I almost killed myself, but I didn't do it. I'm gonna have to get out the mumbo jumbo spoon counter before too long. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. Look at that free stuff just shooting at the top. Now what I'm curious about is when I go and kill them, am I going to have a bunch of... that's noisy, sorry. Oh no! That wasn't very smart. Oh, my music stopped. I could turn the music back on. Sorry about that. Credit goes to Impulse. Oh, he figured it out. Of course Impulse did. I like that Impulse. He's a nice fellow. Got to interact with him and Iskall once. They did a couple of nice fellows. I applied to be on Kingdom Craft back in the day when it was still around. Unfortunately, they had just ended it to go be on Hermitcraft. Give me some drowned. I'm hoping that they're going to drop. This is a looting 3-sword. Yep. Hoping I'm going to get a couple of tridents down there. Silence here? Let's die. No, no more. Go away. There we go. Look at all that stuff just floating in there. Why is he stuck inside? That is the strangest thing I think I've ever seen. What is he doing in there? Is he hiding in the corner? Bedrock, you crazy. Silent! Yay, his Wi-Fi's back. I'm gonna moderate you. I'm gonna add you to the mods, Silent. You don't have to actually do anything. I'm just putting you in there. Now let's hope I can get some of this loot out of here. I want to see what I got. I know I don't need all this stuff. I know. Yes, I know it's gonna do that. Stop it! I want the loot. Don't knock me off. No, stop it. I want the loot. Oh, for crying out loud. Why am I swimming? I don't want to swim. There we go. Okay. No. Okay. No. Alright. Jump in and got him. Yeah. Thanks, James. Look at that. I got myself some tridents. And I got a bunch of rotten flesh, and I got one nautilus shell. It's like Christmas in July. So Silent, I'm making myself a drown farm so I can compete with you. Although I'll never really actually compete with Silent, so. And of course, the one random iron shovel that just shot out the side. I don't know where that even came from. Well, I know where it came from, but I don't know why it shot out to the side. That was a lot of fun watching those guys turn and start dropping all their stuff, so that means I'm going to have to put some sort of collection system right where they change so that I can make sure and get all the drops. Silent. Yeah, I did. I copied the exact same stream rules from yours because I saw it was on your stream and I saw the stuff you guys had down at the bottom, and because this is the first time I've streamed on YouTube, I hadn't set up anything on the bottom yet. And so I just started copying. I shall be the victor in the derp race. I think that's pretty solid. I'm pretty solid there. Wonder how far the trident. How far? There's somebody down here. I want to hit something with my trident. With my fork. Put the cork on the fork. You guys ever watch Dirty Rotten Scoundrels? Put the cork on the fork. No, that was the. I guess that's got a little drop on it. I didn't account for the drop. No, not good. There we go. That creeper's been in there for like 3 days. I'm gonna go get the goods because of the interesting mechanics of bedrock and mobs. No, you stay away from me. Take that. No, take that. I don't know, I'm that close. Anyway, I'm a derp. Michael Caine, Steve Martin, absolutely. It was a excellent movie. Cork on the fork. Excuse me while I go to the bathroom. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna do a quick time check. I'm not sure what time it is right now. 5:30, my time. So we got about 20 more minutes or so. Living in a desert still doesn't observe cacti in his immediate surroundings. Oh, I've seen the cacti. I'm going to eradicate the cacti in my immediate surroundings. Man, look at this mess I made. I have to clean all this up. Why did you guys make me make this mess? So let's go down. I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to get a couple more of the cobwebs. We'll do that, and then we'll build a horizontal container for these guys. Where the heck am I? There it is. And see if we can make that work. And then that should be about time to call it an evening. Pretty close anyway. Unless, Silent, you want to come back on and finish up your last 20 minutes that you didn't get to finish. Of course I still ran into it. Don't you run into cactus when you're out running through the desert? Although, funny story, the first time I went and met my wife's family in Phoenix, we went hiking up on a place called, all of a sudden the name escaped me, Camelback Mountain. And up on Camelback Mountain, they have the jumping cactus that if you step on it just right, it jumps up and lodges itself into your legs, and it's got these little barbs on it. And of course, they warned me before we went hiking that I needed to not jump in those, or not to walk into those. And what did I do? I walked right into one and had a barbed cactus in my thigh, or my calf, because I deserved it probably. Oh, silence Wi-Fi. I blame Comcast. Even if you're not on Comcast, that's who I blame. Because Comcast has been a pain to me lately. So they're the bane of all of our existences. Wait a second. Only when you're naked? Oh, cactuses. Okay, phew. A little cognitive distance there. I had to remember what we were talking about. Roll Cage talking about being naked on stream. That's probably not a good idea. This is PG-13. I don't think I've cussed yet. All right, I'm not a very good storyteller. You know, thighs and calves are pretty much the same thing. They're all attached. They're attached to a knee. Look, it's a cactus. Oh, geez. I need more glass. I need to get some more glass. If only I had something here to make glass from, that would probably be a success. All right, hopefully somebody sleeps. I think I'm going to take that one out because I don't need that. That's right, I didn't take it as a criticism anyway. It's all in good humor, my man. That wasn't very smart. Okay. I'm going to have to make sure I can get that out of there somehow. Somebody's got to sleep. Well, I guess we need to. Yeah, berry bushes. That's the other thing, yeah. We did not have a successful... what was that? What is it? First episode of the season when we... Silent and I were on the same team. We kept running into those berry bushes. The berry bushes are new to me, and I kept damaging myself when we were trying to fight the pillagers. I was not very good. I'm better now. Okay, why does it keep playing the same song over? Sorry about that. I had to refresh the stream of music. No one slept yet. All right. We got to get this done before the stream ends. So let's go down here, down there. Probably should have closed that off. That wasn't very smart yet again. Well, that would be like an infinite loop. I could just kind of keep going around in circles and circles. That'd be nice. Still not far enough yet, huh? That one should be far enough. There we go. All right. We're gonna knock this down, finish this glass off there. Doot. It's hard to stream for 2 hours silent. No, you do it all the time. But it is a challenge to do it for 2 hours. What are you all doing for Mother's Day this weekend? Anyone got any getting their mothers anything? I need to go. We're going to the nursery tomorrow to get some new plants for the yard. I refuse to sleep until the what do they call those things? The phantoms start coming to kill me. Oh, stop it, stop it. Interesting, funny thing about B-dubs is when I first started on YouTube, I wanted to use B-dubs because that is actually an in real life nickname, and I couldn't use it. I had to go BJW. But it could be W or BJ. Either way, doesn't matter. But I can't be B-dubs. Alright, so now if we get the interesting thing about this, though, guys, you'll have to tell me what you think, is if we do the cobwebs horizontally and waterlog them, isn't that going to... Should we do it up here? But that's going to stop the water. No, we'll waterlog it. But we got to wait for them to turn. So if we did it right there, hopefully 3 is enough. But they need to be waterlogged, so... But isn't that going to stop the stream from moving? I won't have it moving. I may have to have it step down. Even B-dubs can't be B-dubs. Nope, can't do it. Nice, Jesse. Yeah, you know, my favorite thing to do for Mother's Day is to take the kids out for breakfast so Mom could sleep in. And then we'll go to the nursery and buy some plants for the front yard, and then clean up the front yard, get some flowers, maybe have something nice for lunch. Oh, Mother's Day was a few weeks ago in the UK. When's Father's Day? Is that also in June, but a couple weeks early? Or is there one? Hey, thanks, Roll Cage. I appreciate that. I trying to do. It's not intuitive at all to try and read chat and build a little bit, so it's not totally boring. But I'm trying. But you know what? It's actually a lot of fun. It's a new experience. In the past, I think any of the streaming that I've done on Mixer has been kind of with just friends and chit chatting and things like that. So, oh, thanks, Jesse. I appreciate that. 3 is a great age too, man. They're just old enough now that they're starting to get a personality, and you can tell who they're going to be. And I can say that with a 12 and a 14-year-old, at 3, they're the same people that they're going to be later in life, probably. Just a little more grouchy. That's about it. All right, let's see if we can figure out how we're going to waterlog these guys. No, I didn't want to get in there. I'm just going to die if I do that. My music keeps stopping. I got to figure out... I'm going to fix this for the next one. I'm not sure why it keeps stopping. All right, we got about 10 minutes. Let's see if I can get this done in 10 minutes. Or at least working. I'll be curious to see what happens when I waterlog these guys. Oh, that was interesting. Oh, it keeps breaking. So I can only waterlog 1 then. The thing I'm worried about, though, is there's no water stream down below. But maybe... what do you think? What do you think, James? Or Roll Cage? There's nothing to move them. I can get them up here to the top, but I can't get them moving horizontally into the string because that water isn't flowing. Sloy. Yeah, I think your son's like 5 or so. Yeah, Roll Cage, I'm sort of at that same point right now. Getting my daughter to give me a hug is like, I might as well be asking her to turn off Snapchat or something. I'm gonna have to work on this. I don't know, because that is not going to move horizontally. The drop shoot. You're saying put the cobwebs in the drop shoot, or oh, I see. I think I can see what you're saying. Where they drop down from here, not where they come up. Put a cobweb at the top of the bubble column and let that push them along as it flows. Oh, jeez, I just jumped in there. So put it right there. Oh, look at that, you can say waterlogged. And then if we get rid of this one, get rid of that one really quick. I'll have to undo these. I don't think that's going to leave them there long enough, though. That's my only worry. To have one too deep water, try just one deep. The cup at the top of the bubble column. Okay, so drop them in the water. That's what you're saying, Limpo. Thanks for coming by the way. Yeah, how far am I going to drop them down? I didn't think I was going to drop them very far from here. So I might have to raise this up, maybe 3 or 4 more blocks, and then have it drop down into the spot where then they will be our friendly drowned neighborhood spiders, and then I can kill them right there. Or pardon me, that's kind of a harsh word. I can send them off into the afterlife at that point right there. But then I'm gonna have to build this up probably a couple as well, because I'll need to have collection systems and things like that. But I think this is a good level to do that at. Okay, I think that gives me some good tasks to do for the next episode, is to raise this up. Keep working on this a little bit with your guys' advice, which I really appreciate. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And then try dropping him through it later on. Why did I just throw my shovel, for crying out loud? Yep, and get too deep water to flow. That makes sense. Sorry, I'm reading the stream. I'm reading the chat right now. Put a sign 2 spaces away from the waterlogged cobweb. Yep. 1 space further down the path. Put a sign down low. Oh, and the waterlogged cobweb above it. Okay, and that'll keep the water moving. Okay, I know what you're talking about. That's kind of the old school, keeping things flowing, because then you have that too deep where those signs are at. Okay. Yeah, I'll try that. And I'll do that before my next episode. I think actually I'm going to probably end the stream a few minutes early. I need to take care of dinner for the kiddos. I hope you all are okay with that. I mean, my Wi-Fi is cutting out. Does that work for silent, right? My Wi-Fi is going out. No, I'm kidding. Put a sign 2 spaces away from the waterlogged cobweb. 3 spaces away, not 2. All right, I'll play with that. I appreciate it, James. I also appreciate, James, you being a moderator for me. Like I said, it was pretty light work, I think, but I appreciate you taking the time. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll stand still so you can see it. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I appreciate everyone for stopping by. This was a lot of fun. I got to watch most of the other Truly Bedrockers today doing their streams, and I think we all had a blast. So I feel pretty certain this is going to probably be at least a once-a-month thing, maybe more frequently. And like I said, I'm going to try streaming once a week. We'll see how that works. But yeah, stream day was a lot of fun. Who's the next UN? I am the last streamer for tonight. Otherwise, I would definitely hand somebody off. In fact, if anybody, I'll check my YouTube and see if there's anybody that I know that's actually streaming right now from YouTube before I officially sign out. If you guys see anybody that we might know who's on YouTube that might be streaming right now or is live, let me know. Yeah, Gio, and I was the last one, unfortunately. I wish we could keep it going, but actually, for 10 hours is pretty good, all things considered. Let's see if there's anybody to hand it off to. Bye, Luna. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you even coming in and saying bye before you head out. Thanks for watching. See if there's anybody. So there's some people who are doing Minecraft. Who could we pass it off to? Anybody that I recognize live? Nope, I don't see anybody on there I recognize. I guess we could just do kind of a random. You guys interested in watching anybody else? Nah, to heck with it. This was a Truly Bedrock stream. We're gonna end it tonight. Anyway, thanks all for watching. I really appreciate it, and we will see you guys in either the next episode or next streaming. Have a good night.